So I was wondering, do you guys shop on eBay? You know, eBay can be a great tool because when you're looking for a game, you can just head over to eBay. You know, you pay a bit more, but you get it. You'll get it in a few days, a week, whenever, and usually it works okay. But lately, I think, just like everything else that has to do with retro gaming, the prices have gone a little bit too high, and you know, just it's oversaturated with people who don't know what they're doing. You know, there's so many people on eBay who are selling their items for way more than they're worth. You know, claiming that they're the rarest thing here, the rarest thing there, and they're just wasting our time by putting it up there. So, you know, before I get started, I just want to say that I look on eBay to find some of my pricing. I do realize that they're all resellers. To what I actually do is I go into advanced search and I see what items have sold, so that way I can tell what they have actually sold for. Because you know, an item could be up for $200, but if it's only worth $50, then you know, you can't base it off the fact that it's up for $200. So what I do is I go and look at which ones have sold, and I basically take that into a bit more consideration. Although I'm still very careful with that. Anyway, so today is an eBay rant because it's getting out of hand, just like everything else. And so yeah, enjoy the show. So the thing that got me started in wanting to rant about this is something I found on eBay, and I think it's a mistake by the seller because, you know, I'll show you right here. It's Pokemon Red for $231, and it has to be a mistake. You know, maybe even $23. There's nothing special about it. I was like, wow, there must be something special. There really isn't. And it's by a big seller on eBay. I'm not going to say his name. So it kind of surprised me, and as much as I realized it's probably a mistake because the guy had most of his prices, although they're overpriced, they're not that ridiculous. It got me thinking about, you know, all the overpriced things on eBay. There are people who, when there's nothing up, they literally just put the price higher to drive the value up. And, you know, like, a lot of times it's hard to tell because they don't offer warranties and stuff. I've heard tons of stories of people, you know, they bought like a top loader, which I've got sitting right over here. They bought a top loader, and they got it and it didn't work, and you know, the seller just disappeared off of eBay, and there's nothing they could do about it. And so there are tons of guys on eBay. Like when I look up, I don't know, a game that I'm looking for, let's say I want Paper Mario, right? So I look up Paper Mario and I go price lowest first. Sometimes I do price shipping lowest, but anyways, and I'll see all these guys, you know, cheap ones, and I'll see the cheapest one, like let's say it's $5, right? And I'll be like, wow, you know, I'll go into it and be like, oh, this is a great deal. Then I see the shipping, and the shipping is like $20. And I don't know, do they think people are really that stupid? Are there people who will go buy an item and be like, wow, that's a, you know, great deal, it's only $5, the rest of them are $20. Then when they get to the paying, they don't realize that they're being charged an extra $20. Like, do the sellers think people are that stupid? Are people that stupid? It's just like, it's a trick, and it's really bad. And all the time, I see it happening all the time. But I mean, at the same time, you also get people who, you know, a lot of resellers who lose out when they, you know, put it up for bidding because not enough people bid. And I mean, I know that's just the way it goes, but yeah. So, you know, there's certain problems with eBay that need to be fixed. It's just like any other reseller store pretty much out there, right? I mean, they have about the same prices as them, and they try to constantly bring their prices up. Usually the conditions on eBay aren't the best, and when they are, well, you know, the prices are insane. A lot of them, they don't show the proper damage. If they show a stock picture and they say, you know, it happens all the time, if like they'll show a stock picture of a game, they're just a scan of the cover or whatever, and it'll say like excellent condition or used or whatever, and I want to know what that means, because obviously, you know, it might just mean that you've got a game with a sticker on it. You know, what is, and I could just take that sticker off, or maybe the cartridge is broken. Who knows? And I'll answer them, and they'll be like, all their games are in good working order. And that, you know, like, what is that? That's terrible. At least, you know, like, it just makes me want to go to a store and, like, leave eBay behind. So yeah, basically the answer to this is to not go to any retail stores, not go to eBay, and just go out hunting. After all, that's where all the fun is, right? I mean, you know, there's no fun in going to eBay and picking something up. The only time I would ever do that is if I needed a gift or if there's just a game that I really wanted in my collection. And I actually have not done that in a really long time. I only check eBay to find those kind of ones that slip through the cracks, you know. Like, sometimes people find these great deals on auctions that just nobody else checked out. But yeah, so tell me what you guys think. Tell me what your worst experience on eBay was and why. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time.